Yo, yo, what's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. I know Jay Shipes is trolling with the ACC thing, but hey, in all seriousness, there's some good games in the ACC this week. The ACC is wide open still. We'll talk about that in just a minute. I mean, there's still probably 5 teams that could win this thing. It's clear who the best team looks like. And I think they are the best team, if not even in the ACC, maybe in the country, and that is the Miami Hurricanes. But one loss is all you need to not be the champ. Yeah, thank you, Eddie. Speaking of great ACC teams, or ones that have a chance to win, Florida State has fallen off a cliff. 3 straight ACC losses. I saw a tweet earlier today that'll blow your mind. Mike Norvell celebrated his 44th birthday this past Saturday. He hasn't won an ACC game since he was 42. Let that sink in. That's casket right there. Holy shit. Casket! Who will the upsets be in the ACC this week? I've got my opinions and my ideas. I think there's going to be more chaos in the ACC this week than we've seen all year. That's my prediction. Write it down. Tattoo it on your forehead if you have to, but if you do tattoo it on your forehead, make sure you tattoo it backwards so that when you look in the mirror, it reads correctly. Maybe FSU should not have sued the ACC. Well, maybe Florida State shouldn't have given Mike Norvell such a giant contract and payout based off of one good season. That's more. That's probably more pertinent and important. But point taken. I'm just waiting on my co-host to get here, and then we'll start the show. That's all I'm doing. Just waiting on C-Dog to get here. There are a couple of games tonight. Actually, let me look here. There's football games tonight. It's Tuesday, which is weird. Let me pull them up. Yeah, Liberty and New Mexico State are on. They just started. Over 48. Yes, I looked at the line on those games tonight. I did. I'm a degenerate. Look, here we go. Yeah, New Mexico State and Liberty are on right now on the CBS Sports Network. Home game for Liberty. Over under 48. Arkansas State at South Alabama at 7:30. And FIU in Western Kentucky at 8. So you got 3 games on, all pretty much the same time tonight. So if you're a college football junkie, after this show is over, you'll go check out one, if not all of these games. There is no playoff game tonight in Major League Baseball. There is no NFL tonight. So this is your sports fix for tonight. The only one I'm interested in is the New Mexico State and Liberty one, because I bet on it. Mike says you'll have football games till Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Yeah, I saw some insane, whatever it is, 45 straight days of football or something. Yeah. Can you say Dodgers play? They do play tonight? Hold on. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. The Dodgers do play tonight. How did I miss this? The Dodgers and the Brewers. Dodgers favored on the road at Milwaukee. Over under 7? Oh, come on, man. You know what I'm doing. Y'all know what I'm doing, right? Y'all know what I'm doing. Over 7. There you go. Easy work. Easy peasy. All right, let's go ahead and get things started here. Welcome to the ACC show, everybody. I am your host, Pigskin Pete. Thank you for tuning in. I'm joined by my friend, colleague, and co-host, and also happens to be an undefeated going into week 8 Georgia Tech fan, C-Dog. What's up, C-Dog?
Hey, what's up, Pete?
Where are you at right now?
You
guys got to see this.
Unfortunate timing.
But, you do see it.
I'm getting into the truck to get a Taco Bell.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Hungry.
He's getting in the truck to go to Taco Bell during the ACC show, everybody. Is Mrs. C-Dog not cooking tonight? Is that what's going on? We can't hear you.
Sorry. Audio had to switch over the truck. What'd you ask me?
I said, is Mrs. C-Dog not cooking tonight, or what's going on there?
No, we don't have anything at the house, and it's we both had a rough day. We have pulled pork left over from the baby shower, but we both ate that for lunch. And we're like, geez,
so
pulled pork again.
It's 2025. Yeah, have you ever heard of DoorDash, Uber Eats, or what's the other one that everyone? Have you ever heard of food delivery?
Yeah, I mean that's expensive though. And look, Taco Bell is like 5 minutes away, like not even 5 minutes away.
All right, what's your
back home and
what are you going to order?
I already placed a mobile order.
What'd you order?
Like on the app. I actually, this is kind of crazy. I don't eat at Taco Bell a lot. I got a Crunchwrap Supreme. I've never had one.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I don't eat at Taco Bell. I mean,
good?
like maybe twice a year, if that.
We have one. I'm not like a huge fan. They used to have stuff I like, but they keep changing their dang menu. And like it really gets on my nerves. But there's one like right near my house. It's the only place around really to get like for a night like tonight where we just want something quick. But fortunately, it has 100 health rating, so it's like not so bad to eat there because they.
What do you mean by I don't even know what that means. What does 100 health rating mean? Is that a thing?
Well, I don't know how they do things in the Carolinas, but here in Georgia, you're required to display your health inspection rating.
Well, we do it here with grade like A, B, C, or D. We don't do it with numbers.
Oh, okay.
It's letters.
Yeah, no, ours is out of 100. It'll say like 100A.
Okay.
So they do the letters. They do the letter grade, but they also do the number too. And this one happens to have 100, so it's a pretty good place to eat.
All that means is there's no cockroaches or rats eating your food.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't mean the food is good. It just means there's no rats eating your food before you do.
Yeah, I know. But the 100 health places I've noticed on average, they like take things more seriously, and their food, the quality is a little better than somewhere that has like a B or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it does taste better.
So you're about to just go through the drive-through, right? You're not going to even go in there, are you?
No, yeah, I'm just going to cruise right through. I've got the order already placed. I'll be back in the house in 10 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Well, I hopped on the show right when I got in the truck, right? I'm like pulling in the parking lot now.
All right. Well, there's not a lot of games this week, so here's what I'm going to do. I want to see you make this order because I hate myself.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm pulling in.
Are you going to ask for extra sauce too?
Well, I think that it's included.
I said extra.
Well, if I wanted extra, I would have put it, but no, I didn't get extra.
Oh.
I'm not like a fan of hot sauce. Oh my God, it's wrapped around the building.
I'm not a fan of hot sauce. See, this is what you did. It's wrapped around the building.
I know.
Man.
I'm gonna be sitting here for a little bit, but you can hear me order if you want to. Once I get up there.
All right.
As for now, I guess we could talk about football or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we can do that. Let's look at the. Hold on, let me pull it up. We'll start with last week. Where am I at here? Let's start with last week. Well, the one at the very top of the list here is Virginia Tech at your Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Georgia Tech walks out of there 35-20 with a convincing win. For anybody who watched this game, this game was never really in question.
Yeah. There was like a moment. It's the same thing with the dang Temple game. There was like a second in the third quarter where it was a one-score game and we looked like we were screwing around with them. We did the same thing with Temple, but overall it was a good performance. I can't complain. We won by 15. Did you bet this game? I know you were wanting to take the Jackets and the points.
I did not. No, I stayed away from it. I take my betting, anything that has to do with the Yellow Jackets as far as betting, I take my advice from your boy and my boy, Rec Talk, and he said not to bet it.
This blew my mind, man.
Uh-oh, I think he got abducted by the Taco Bell worker. This is why you don't eat Taco Bell, folks. It screws up your intestines and your Wi-Fi signal or your phone signal. See what's happening? I would hate to be Sea Dog's toilet tomorrow. That's all I know. Well, actually, I would hate to be Sea Dog's toilet anytime, but especially tomorrow after eating Taco Bell. What did he say he was getting? A crunch wrap? Pete McGaha says ice got him. That's actually probably not far from the truth. He did drop out of the StreamYard. Sea-Dog knows what time the show is every week. He knows it's at 7. We've been doing this for years. But somehow, right at 7 o'clock, he decides to go pick up Taco Bell. What's up? What happened?
Dude, my wife called me. I guess if you get a call on StreamYard, it ruins everything. If you get a freaking call and you're on StreamYard on your phone. What the hell?
Yeah, it does, yeah. How do you not know that?
I didn't know that. Dude, I had an experience one time, actually. Do you remember when I used to do the AAA show?
I do, yes.
One time we were doing we did a fantasy draft, and I don't know how much I've told that story, but I was not freaking interested in it. But I did it as an obligation because I was on the show. I got a call from my wife, and I'm like, I got done talking to her. I didn't realize, apparently, StreamYard, or at least it used to, it records, it relays everything you say on your phone call to the stream, which I didn't realize at the time. And I was like, all right, babe, I got to go do this stupid thing. Everybody, they were all like, damn.
Oh, no, wow. So you didn't say that just now, then?
No, just now it just ruined everything. So I guess they changed it to just ruin your whole stream. I'm like, damn.
No, it didn't ruin my stream. You just dropped out. That's all.
Well, yeah, it made me. It like I was still in here, but it like cut my audio out. You couldn't hear me. It messed it all up.
Yeah. Who is it? Somebody in the chat just. Oh, it was our boy Nature Boy said get some Verde sauce.
Verde sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a huge I don't know. I'm not like a huge fan of their hot sauce or what. I'm not.
Well, that Verde sauce isn't really hot. It's just like a green. It's like I think it's like a green jalapeno sauce. I don't know. I don't usually get that either.
I like the avocado sauce or whatever it is they have on the new Cantina tacos.
Where's Rec Talk? Rec Talk went on a 30-minute rant the other week about how he will never eat an avocado.
He doesn't eat condiments, period.
He's a walking condiment.
He's got the palate of a 5-year-old. Don't even get me started on Rag Talk's eating habits.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
I'm like, hey man, do you eat chicken salad? He's like, no.
Yeah, he doesn't eat. He said he doesn't eat salad. He doesn't eat condiments. He doesn't eat mustard. Like all of my favorite things, he doesn't eat.
Yeah.
He's weird. Yeah. He's weird.
Yeah.
All right, so. The Virginia Tech and Georgia Tech game. So, anything you want to say about that? Other than, I mean, you won convincingly, but is there anything you're concerned about in that game?
We wound up covering the 14.5. Vegas knows, dude. I don't know how. We cover that. We score a touchdown, right, to open the game, and inexplicably go for 2, and that wound up being the difference between us covering. What in the hell?
Yeah, why did you go? What was the reasoning behind that? I'm sure that Key was asked about that. Did he say why?
I think he. I don't remember. I don't think I saw the post game press conference, but I remember somebody saying that. I don't know. They were just feeling themselves, basically. Like they were like, "Yeah, we got this," you know.
Yeah. What? Yeah, but that's a weird.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
They just wanted to set the tone and. They thought they could pull it off, so I guess it
must have been the chart. The chart tell them to do that.
I guess, and then and then that wound up being the difference between them covering. Like, what the hell did Vegas? 14.5 is a crazy number, and we wound up winning by 15 because we randomly went for 2. Like, that's crazy, dude. What?
Well, that's when the conspiracy people start coming out of the woodwork. Yeah.
I've seen no one talk about it, but it blows my mind that happened.
Well,
hang on, I'm about to.
All right, I'm about to put you on screen for this then. Don't turn your phone off.
All right.
All right. I gotta see this.
All right, hi. Are you checking in with the mobile app?
Yeah, I've got an order for Sea-Dog.
You said Sea-Dog?
Yeah.
All right, does everything look correct on the screen?
Let's see. Yep, looks great.
All right, you can perform.
Thanks.
No problem.
You ordered your food as Sea-Dog instead of your real name?
Sea Dog is my real name.
No, no, it's not.
Otherwise, why would I call myself that? Yeah.
You should have said this is, Nature Boys, that's 2 G's. Yeah, this is Sea Dog with 2 G's. Thank you.
Yeah, don't give me Sea Dog with 1 G's food.
I'm surprised you. I'm surprised it's like, what? Sea Dog? What is that?
She sounded a bit taken aback.
Yeah.
Could you hear her?
Tell her.
Did you hear what she was saying?
No, but tell her. I mean, like, you're on the ACC show right now, lady. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, it's just that easy. You order on the mobile app and there's no problem. You just cruise up and tell them your name and boom.
An order for Sea Dog. That's something else there. Huh. All right. Where was I at?
I think we were talking about the amazing win over Virginia Tech. They're bad, dude. I was scared of this game. I mean, clearly I had no reason to be.
Yeah.
Now I'm scared of Duke. So it is what it is. It sucks, man. I'm like, God, who's gonna break our streak? Oh my God, I don't want to lose.
Well, you might get your streak broken this week. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. But let's move on here to the next game of last week. NC State at Notre Dame. Of course, who did I pick, Sea Dog?
You picked Notre Dame.
And what happened?
Notre Dame won handily.
36-7.
Yeah.
CJ Carr had one of the best games of his year so far, 342 yards through the air. Dave Doran is, I got to believe he's got to be next on the chopping block. With all the coaches that have been fired this year, a lot of big name coaches, but I mean, Dave Doran's been at NC State for a long time, and I just can't imagine that he survives this year, especially with all the other axes coming down, and I don't know what they're waiting on.
Yeah, they seemed promising at the beginning of the year, but they kind of collapsed.
Well, that's every year for them.
They're on several. I mean, yeah, they only made 3 games in. Like, dang, like they made I don't know. They started out 3-0, and then they just they're on a losing streak.
Yeah, shocker.
Yeah, I mean, with the way things are going, this coaching carousel is going to be crazy. So,
yeah.
That and did you happen to see Narduzzi's asked about the coaching carousel this year?
Yeah, he just said that all I'm doing is trying to keep my job. That's what I heard.
He was like, yeah, he was asked about all the coaches firing, and he was like, yeah, I don't know about any of that. My job is just to focus on this week's football game, so I'm not next.
Yeah, so I'm not next. He said, I'm just trying to keep. He said, I'm just trying to keep my own job.
Yeah.
Which is a good.
I don't like Pitt or anything, but I thought that was amusing.
Well, that's a factual answer. Right? So I mean, people can like or hate Pat Narduzzi, but he definitely keeps it 100 when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Pat Narduzzi, Pittsburgh at Florida State, third straight loss for the Seminoles.
Jeez.
This one at home too. I mean, I don't know if it matters where it was at, but that makes it even worse. Pittsburgh is one of the hotter teams in the ACC right now.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's not bad, and I mean, it's not like Florida State was in give-up mode or anything. They just, they got beat. They were trying.
They tried real hard, didn't they?
It just wasn't good enough. Look, man, I got people. You know how many people have had freaking get on to me for saying that Florida State was like an 8-win team? They might not. I don't know.
Hey, what do we have them at? What do you remember? What we had them at?
We had them at 5-7.
5-7. Well, that might be real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got True Seminole on here getting on to me for saying that they're not a top 10 team. Well, is he gone? Is he gone now?
I mean, I've seen him once or twice since then. Yeah. We got Luigi Green, who's a Florida State fan. He's a very realistic one, at least in my experience. He says Florida State versus Clemson, who wins? I don't have an answer to that yet. because I need to see Clemson beat a team with a pulse, and they play one this week with SMU before I make my final thought on that. And that game's still like, 3 weeks away. Clemson got a bye, then they play Duke, then they play Florida State. So that game's in November.
Florida State plays Stanford this week. Right?
Yeah, I'm talking about Clemson.
Clemson.
Clemson plays SMU this week.
You play SMU? Oh, that'll be interesting.
Yes,
sure.
I know. Interesting's one word for it. Anyway, Florida State, man, started off 3-0 with a win against Alabama, lost 3 straight ACC games. And like I mentioned at the top of the show, unbelievable stat. Mike Norvell turned 44 this past weekend. He hasn't won an ACC game since he was 42. That's well, oh, man.
Yeah. And that ACC game was getting Cal. So
yeah.
They're being next Pac-12 teams over here and hanging their hat on that.
Yeah, Florida State's defense is really bad.
They're likely to get. I mean, they're going to a 2-4 Stanford team, so they're likely to get another ACC win and snap that streak, unless they've completely just given up. But we'll see, I guess.
Well, that's what happened last year.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the problem when you have a team full of a bunch of transfers and mercenaries, is that when things don't go the way you expect them to go, these guys start thinking about where they're going next. And I don't know, man. They better beat Stanford. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah. No excuse.
No
if
excuse.
They lose to Stanford, then spiral mode.
Well, they're kind of spiraling already, but
Norvell's on borrowed time.
Well, his payout's $58 million or something. So it's $10 million.
James Franklin too, and James Franklin's 10 times the coach Mike Norvell is. So I don't know, man.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, at this point, you can't be surprised by it.
I don't think they're going to fire him. I don't think they can afford to. Again, it's like I said the other day. I don't know, unless they have some sort of big time donor. I don't see them ponying up $58 million to get rid of him.
Yeah, I didn't see Penn State doing it either, though.
But the difference is Franklin's, like you said, Franklin's been there a long time. The Big Ten makes more money than the ACC does. Florida State wasted a bunch of money suing the ACC on top of everything else. I just don't see that they're going to. Maybe they will. Nothing would surprise me in today's college football, but I would be surprised if they paid him out $58 million. I would.
Yeah.
That would be surprising.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Stanford at SMU. Speaking of SMU, 34-10. SMU is still in the top 5 in the ACC rankings right now. Their only 2 losses they're undefeated in the ACC. I think they're 2-0.
Oh.
Their only 2 losses were to Big 12 teams, both TCU and Baylor, who are good teams.
Much like Clemson in the past couple of weeks, they haven't played a team with an ACC team with a pulse either.
That's true.
They played Syracuse, who after post Angeli and Stanford now. So yeah, we'll see what they're made of. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
I still think SMU's good. I'm not saying they're elite or great or anything like that, but I still think that's a good team. Yeah. So, Wake Forest at Oregon State. Wake blows out Oregon State 39-14.
Just like I told you.
You did say that.
All Wake Forest does is keep winning and keep making me look better.
Yeah.
Great. That was a great win over a good football team. That's what that was.
Man, come on, man.
At Wallace Wade. Wait, is Wallace Wade Duke? I don't know. Whatever it's called.
Wake Forest is okay. I mean,
Wake Forest is a great team.
They're not a great team. No.
You've seen it all the time this year. You see these dang teams who are supposedly good go across the to the Pacific and lose inexplicably to bad West Coast teams. But not Wake Forest. They handled business. They won emphatically. So
Yes, Eddie. Thank you for the PayPal. That is me. Yeah. So Wake Forest is okay. Oregon State's a dumpster fire. So, but anyway, whatever. They blew them out. A great win, 39-14 by Wake, and that does. I guess that makes your win against Wake Forest look a little bit better. Wake Forest is one of those sneaky teams, man.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Believe me, I know.
Yeah.
They'll sneak up on you.
Clemson at Boston College. 41-10, and they won by 31 points, and I'm getting a lot of shit from the Clemson fans for not being happy about this victory here. It's not because of the score. Of course I'm happy they won. Of course I'm happy they won by 30 points. All of that. I just didn't. A lot of the same problems I've been seeing when they play good teams or decent teams. Boston College is terrible. So they did what they were supposed to do. So I don't know how many times I have to say that, but people want me to suck off Clemson because they beat Boston College 41-10. They still have a lot of the same issues that I'm worried about. And going into this game against SMU this week is you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I don't think this is a different team, much different team than we saw 3 weeks ago when they lost to Syracuse. I just think we played two terrible teams.
I'm picking up my food. Hang on.
Okay. So, anyway.
Yeah, that's me.
She laughed at you.
No sauce. No thanks. Thanks.
Hope you have a great day.
You too. I better.
She said Sea Dog, and you go, yeah, and she started laughing at you.
Yeah. Wait till I tell you about Miss Queen, dude.
What?
Oh my lord. Yeah. I've embarrassed myself quite a bit. When I was 19, I got a new truck and I wanted like a vanity license plate. But I got this new truck and I named her the Mississippi Queen. Cause I love that song. You know the song, right?
Yeah, Mississippi Queen. Yeah, I know the song. Yeah.
Mississippi Queen. So I named the truck Mississippi Queen, and yeah. So I go to the tag office, and I'm like, hey, can I have I need a vanity license plate. I wanted Sea Dog, but it's taken in the state of Georgia, unfortunately. So I can't have it.
The name CDOGG, which is now I'm starting to sound like Snoop Dogg. CDOGG is that plate has taken?
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder who. You got to find who that is.
I know. I need to find them and whoop their ass.
I bet you it's a Georgia fan, which should make you even more mad.
Fan.
I guarantee you it's a Georgia fan.
This was before I started my channel.
So there's this makes you feel real bad. Yeah, so now there's a Georgia fan riding around with a license plate that says Sea Dog on it.
No way.
Absolutely. Who else would it be?
It would be DAWG if it was a Georgia fan.
No, because that was probably already taken. So he made it CDOGG because that was all that was available.
Yeah.
There ain't no Georgia Tech yellow. You're the only Georgia Tech yellow jacket with dog in his name. You know that.
I know.
All right.
But the reason that I called myself Sea Dog in the first place, first of all, I made it up when I was like 13. And the reason I was like 13 and I was with my stepmom and I was like making an email for myself. And I was like, oh, I want to be called Sea Dog. And I was like, but I want to spell it, a cool, like a different way than just CDOG, right? And I was like, well, what if I spell it CDAWG? And she was like, no, you can't do that. That's the Georgia Bulldogs. I was like, oh my God, okay. Well, I'll do DOGG then, like Snoop Dogg.
Yeah,
That's
you need to make, you need to do a video where you do like the CDOGG like Snoop Dogg does. That's a good video idea.
DOGG, yeah.
CDOGG instead of Snoop Dogg.
I've thought about that. I have. But anyway, I go to the tag office and Sea Dog's taken. So I'm like, well, if I name my truck Mississippi Queen, I could get that. So, I get a license plate that says Miss Queen on it, and the lady was like, I was like, I told the lady, and I walked away from the counter after filling out the paperwork, and I heard her laughing at me as I was leaving, and I'm like, dang.
Yeah, just like the lady at the drive-thru just laughed at you too.
Yeah.
Well, you got laughed at by the Taco Bell drive-thru lady.
I did, dang. And that should have been my first warning sign. I go back to work. I'm working construction, with a construction crew. So I go back and I talked to my dad, who at the time was my boss, and I was like, Dad, I got a custom license plate. I named it's Miss Queen. It's MS Queen. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. I was like, cause Mississippi Queen. He was like, son, please tell me you did not get Miss Queen as your license plate. And I was like, what? He's like, everybody's gonna think you're gay. Casket. So,
oh no,
dude. So yeah, like the license plate came in. I never lived it down, dude. I was known as Miss Queen, like throughout my entire career. Like I would get on a new show, right? And I would have people come up to me that I've never met before and be like, "Are you Miss Queen?" I'm like, yeah, I'm Miss Queen.
Oh man, you shouldn't have told that story on here. Now everyone's gonna call you that.
I mean, Miss Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, we got a SMU fan in the chat. Xavier Wolf says, Clemson fan, remember to call SMU daddy after Saturday. That's what we finna to y'all. I think he meant what we're finna do to y'all. Well, what we did to y'all last year after an undefeated in the ACC record in the ACC was beat you and make the playoffs. So have fun with that. When's the last time SMU did anything? Can anybody remember? Half of you weren't alive last time SMU was relevant. Oh. Anyway, last week Louisville. I'm sorry, this week. Starting off this week with a banger. On Friday night, there's two ACC games on Friday night. Louisville at Miami. You guys, you know how I feel about Friday night games. I always favor the home team. Now, in my opinion, Miami is the best team in the ACC so far, and maybe in the country. They're ranked number 2 in the country. But this will be the best team they've played in the ACC so far. Louisville coming in there. I'm picking Miami to win this game, but I don't know, man. I think this game could be closer than people think.
Yeah, this is dangerous, man. Did we really go through the ACC games that quick from last week?
Yep.
Dang.
It wasn't quick. It took 45 minutes.
Oh, well, most of that was talking about Taco Bell and.
All right, 25 minutes.
But yeah, I love these Friday night games, and look, selfishly, I hope Miami loses. Well, first of all, I just hate Miami, but I also hope they lose for our, purposes of the ACC standings, because that could really help Georgia Tech out.
Miami's a scary team, man. They've got it's not they've got the best offensive line in the country. They have one of the top 5 defensive lines in the country. Carson Beck he hasn't been perfect. He did not play great against Florida. But I do think Florida's defensive line is better than Louisville's. So I don't know, man. I'm not going to I'm probably not going to bet this game. I think Louisville's dynamic enough on offense to maybe keep this game interesting for a little while. I think Miami will probably pull away in the second half here, though, at home. Again,
Yeah, this is one of their biggest chances to lose, and like barring one of those insane fluke sleepy games.
Yeah.
This is one of the best teams on their schedule, if not the best.
Well, it's the best team they played in the ACC this year so far, for sure.
So far, yeah.
And maybe one of the best they'll play all year. They don't play Clemson. They don't play well, Clemson's not good anyway, but they don't play Georgia Tech, do they? No.
Nope. Not until the ACC championship.
They do. I think they play Pitt, right? I think they do play Pitt at the end of the year. That'll be
last game. Yeah.
That'll be a tough one. So yeah, this is one of the.
That's the case. We both play Pitt, so that's kind of.
Where are my Canes fans at? There's one, Aaron Johnson. Y'all play Pitt right at the end of the year? I think they do. Pitt's coming on, man. Pitt's scary. So that Tech plays Pitt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Miami does too. Anyway, I think Miami wins this game. Friday night game at home. I always take the home team on Friday night. If you're a bettor, then that's usually the way to go. 90% of the time, the home team on Friday night wins. Well, speaking of home game on Friday night, look at this one here. North Carolina at Cal on a Friday night. So North Carolina has a short week where they got to fly out to California and face a Cal team. North Carolina, they're probably the worst team in the ACC. Well, not probably, they are. The worst team in the ACC. They're in Boston College. I think Cal runs away with this one. I don't think it's gonna be close. This was one of my picks last night on the Lunch Money show. Cal is favored by 10 at home. I think they win by 20 or more.
Yeah. The fact that it's at Cal.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Well, first of all, Cal's better than North Carolina in every way. And then you add on the fact that it's at home in Cal on a Friday, short week for North Carolina to travel.
Teams have been struggling going across the country. Everything
right here tells you to take Cal. I would take probably Cal anything under two touchdowns or under. And you can get it right now in Vegas for 10 points. I'll jump all over that. I think Cal wins this thing handily. Cal is not a terrible team. And they're playing at home here. So here we go, starting with the Saturday games. Georgia Tech at Duke. I'll let you start with this one. I think Sea-Dog's got a chalupa shoved halfway down his throat. He can't talk or something. I don't know. You hear me?
Hey, sorry. Sorry about that. Yeah. Duke. Yeah, this is a major upset alert. Well, not even upset because we're underdogs in this game. I don't know if you saw that.
I did, yes.
Yeah, dude. This is a big time spot that Georgia Tech could lose. Like, we better bring our A game because Duke is not. They started out the year kind of crappy, losing like a couple out of conference games, including one to dang Tulane. But they've really turned it around since then, and they've looked good, and they're coming off of a bye week. So it's going to be tough. They have a great offense, and our defense is like average at best. I would say it's, obviously it's the weaker side of the ball for us. We just had our starting corner go down on possibly a season-ending injury.
That's not good, no.
It's bad. But I'm extremely nervous, but at the same time, like, our offense is getting better each week. A lot of people were saying we're one-dimensional at the beginning of the year, but we have really honed in on the pass game. And we have I saw Saturday. We are nearly identical in passing yards versus rushing yards on the season. Which
Wow.
you wouldn't think. Yeah, So we've really worked on our offense. Like this could be a shootout. If I were betting, I would take the over. Because our defense, nothing to write home about, really. Like it's not going to win us any games.
Duke does have a good defense, though.
Right, exactly.
So I don't know about a shootout.
They're favored. They're favored for. Okay, look, but like I said, like our offense is good. It's really good. Now, sometimes they no show. Like we could get our ass kicked, But Duke is favored for a reason. I think. They're a very good team. It's at Duke. They're coming off of a bye week. Like this is a dangerous spot for Georgia Tech. And quietly, Duke is undefeated in the ACC.
Yeah,
we're tied. Like this could very well be a conference championship play-in game. Like the winner goes. Because
Georgia Tech ranked 12 and Duke unranked, and Duke being favored tells you all you need to know. I actually think Duke's going to win this game.
Yeah,
I don't see Georgia Tech going undefeated. I don't. And so if they're going to lose one of these games in conference, this is going to be the one.
There's a couple other things though, a little bit intangibles, if you will. Georgia Tech plays out of their mind as underdogs. Like
that is true.
We go crazy when we're underdogs. Also, we are undefeated under Brent Key when the ACC huddle comes to our games.
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
I mean, of course it does.
No, the being underdog thing does mean something, but what the ACC huddle thing means nothing.
We are 9-0 under when the ACC huddle comes.
All right.
Yeah, 9-0. That's quite the stat. We like this. We like the attention, I guess. We like the spotlight. We like being underdogs. I don't know what to say, but
well, this is the reason I'm not betting this game. I'm not.
Yeah,
I mean, a top 15 team being underdog on the road to a non-ranked team, and all the reasons you just mentioned. Georgia Tech plays better when they're the underdog.
Yeah.
Coupled with the fact that I don't think Georgia Tech's going undefeated in the regular season, and if I look at their schedule, I'm trying to pick who they're going to lose to. This would be the most likely one, in my opinion. So I've got like reasons on each side of this to just I'm staying away from this game. But if I had to pick, a gun to my head, if I had to pick who wins this game right now on Tuesday, I'm taking Duke to win a close game.
And that's the thing too. Like, yes, Duke is a favorite, but they're a 1.5 point favorite. So it's still a pick, like on a neutral field, it's even like they're getting the home field advantage or whatever.
You're getting but you're also getting a lot of points just because you're ranked in the top 15 and you're undefeated.
Yeah.
And you should.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're an underdog in that situation tells me all I need to know.
Yeah. No. I definitely wouldn't bet it. But it is a coin toss type of game. Like we got to bring our A game to Duke, and it's
and let's be real, Georgia Tech has escaped, man. Georgia Tech's had some nail biters all season long, man. It seems like every week, with the exception of a few weeks, but a lot of weeks, Georgia Tech, it's just always y'all have grinded out wins, and by the way, that's not a. I'm not throwing shade at Georgia Tech for grinding out wins, close wins. I mean, that's usually the sign of a good team. Okay, so I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you keep grinding out wins, and eventually you're going to lose one of those games and not win them. Is my point.
Yeah, it's not like sustainable.
Right. Yeah. So I'm up for a 12 o'clock game. I'll be tuned into that one. I'll be watching that game for sure.
I'm thinking about going.
You're going to Duke?
I'm thinking about it. My brother got tickets, and he's begging me to go with him.
Well, why aren't you? He got you a ticket. Why aren't you going?
No, he got himself and his girlfriend tickets. He didn't get me a ticket.
Oh.
But
so you're going to sit in a different place than... Actually, I probably would rather sit in a different place than him and his girlfriend.
Yeah. Well, apparently some of my other family members, like my dad and stepmom and cousin, are going too. I want to go. So I don't know. It might be a family thing, but...
Well, I can't wait to see the Sea Dog video where you're shuffling out of Duke Stadium after a loss. That'd be an epic video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. So, anyway, there you go. UConn at Boston College, nothing to talk about there. I mean, unless you have something to add to that. I mean, I don't know. Shit, BC might lose. They're bad, man.
Lose, dude.
I know they might lose. They probably will.
Dude,
They are.
Boston College is down bad.
They're down real bad.
I thought they looked like somewhat decent at the beginning of the year. Like, what?
I saw Bill O'Brien's name being brought up in the coaching. You know, with all these coaches being fired. But, look, I think Bill O'Brien's a good coach. I don't want to pretend like he's not. He's done a lot of good things both in college football, the NFL. It's not like he's a slouch or anything, but I don't see Penn State, Bill O'Brien. I know he's got history there. I know he was there when they were good as a coordinator and everything. I don't know, man. Why would you fire James Franklin to get Bill O'Brien?
Or Brent Key for that matter. I love my coach. I love Brent Key, but
yeah,
the fact that he's getting floated out there is insane.
Well, that's not insane.
It is, because you know why? Because Brent Key hasn't. He's proven that he can pull a program out of the dumpster, but he hasn't proven that he doesn't fit, or he hasn't proven that he can do what Penn State needs, which is compete at an elite
Well,
level.
hold on now. So here's why I'll push back on this. Brent Key does not have the same amount of resources at Georgia Tech that he would have at Penn State.
Okay.
And so this is what a lot of these schools and look at Indiana, for example. You go out and get Kurt Signetti for the same reason that you would get somebody like Brent Key to come to Penn State. I'm not saying they're going to hire Brent Key, but I don't think it's the same job, resource-wise.
I know, but I just feel like a Florida would make more sense. I just think you're firing James.
Why do you think Florida would be a better situation? Florida's football program is in much worse shape than Penn State's is.
Yeah, because I feel like Brent Key would make more sense for Florida to want, because he's shown that he can pull a program out of the gutter, which is where Florida is right now. But Penn State's looking for someone who can elevate them, to elite status. Which I get. I get what you're saying. Like, they have more resources there, but I just think it's a crazy move, in my opinion. I'm not saying that Brent Key couldn't reach elite status, but at this stage, it's too early to tell. We haven't seen his ceiling yet.
Well, but they went out and got James Franklin from Vanderbilt. He hadn't reached elite status. I mean, he took a bad Vanderbilt team to being somewhat respectable, and they hired him there. So, what's different about what Brent Key? What's different than what Brent Key has done at Georgia Tech than what James Franklin did at Vanderbilt?
Well, Penn State was in a much worse position back then. They weren't looking to reach elite status.
That is true. They were under a bunch of sanctions and everything. That's true. Yeah.
They weren't looking to reach elite status back then. They were reaching to get stability and to get that, which is exactly what James Franklin brought to them. But and I love Key. Like, at the end of the day, it's just to fight. To blow up everything. Fire James Franklin, pay this huge buyout, and Brent Key is the one you land on. It's just kind of crazy to me. Even though
I'm not saying that, but so the way this thing works, we've seen it with other teams, is they have a list of guys and they go down that list, and so they might not hit on the first 2 or 3 or 4 guys they want, and then Brent Key's name eventually comes up. Yeah. So and then they extend him an offer. So I don't know. I don't think that Brent Key will be the next head coach at Penn State, but I also understand why he's on the short list of those names. Yeah.
He's going to be brought up for everything right now. But.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. If your coach's name is being brought up, that means that good things are happening. So it's not a bad thing.
No, I definitely agree. I will say that he's not going nowhere.
Yeah. SMU at Clemson. I made a video about this today. This game worries me a lot for a lot of different reasons. This is a good team, and Clemson hasn't beat a good team since probably November of last year.
What's the line?
Boy, a shocking line. Clemson is favored by 9.
Holy shit.
Yeah, at Clemson. Clemson has lost 3 out of their 4 last home games. They've lost 3 out of their last 4 Power 4 games. They've got 1 home win this season out of 3, and that was against Troy. A comeback win against Troy.
Yeah, they're giving away free money.
Giving away free money. Now, again, I will, I like to bet. I will never bet against my own team. I never have, never will. It's just bad juju, and I just don't feel good about doing it.
Yeah.
But if you're not a Clemson fan, taking SMU at +9 is probably a pretty good fucking bet right now. I think Clemson has to play a great game to win this. I just don't. I'm not sold on. I'm not sold on the offense yet. And anytime Clemson faces a good rushing attack, going all the way back through the entire year last year, and all the way up until North Carolina and Boston College, who are terrible teams, Clemson has had a really hard time stopping the run defensively. And this team can run. They got probably the fastest quarterback in the ACC, maybe in the country. They got a double-headed running back attack. Cade Klubnik got knocked out of the game last week with a twisted ankle. They brought in Christopher Vizina. He was fucking terrible. He had negative yards. Dabo said he's, not 100% right now, but he should be by Saturday. I don't know if that's going to be true. So I don't trust this Clemson team against good teams. We haven't seen them beat a good team in a long time. So this game's
give me the points, please.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Clemson's going to have to play an amazing game defensively to win this game. If they give up 25, 28, 30 points, they'll probably lose.
Yeah.
So Clemson really needs to commit to the run. This has been my thing all year. Is they've got 3 capable backs. We know that now. That can run the ball, but Garrett Riley just wants to throw the ball. That's what he wants to do. That's his system. That's his philosophy. He's kind of a quasi air raid guy, and it doesn't matter the down, the situation, the game, the situation in the game with the score. He wants to throw the ball, and I'm afraid if Clemson doesn't commit to the run heavily in this game, that they will lose. And I haven't seen anything from Garrett Riley that tells me he's going to do anything differently than what he's been doing. So this game really worries me.
I've been hearing you holler about that run game all year.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, they've got capable running backs. So, anyway.
Well, good luck, Pete. I hope you win, if that's any consolation.
I hope they do, too. Trust me. They need one bad at home.
Yeah, and this would be your first good win of the year.
It would be, yeah. It would be our first good win since going back to last season in November.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's the Clemson game. If you're not a Clemson fan and you just want to make some money, I'd take SMU +9. Washington State at Virginia. Virginia ranked 18th.
Ooh.
This might be one of the better games on the CW network. Washington State with a big win. Or almost win, rather. They didn't win, but they almost did. They almost beat Ole Miss. Wazoos. This is a good one too, man. This is a 6:30. I hate the start time, 6:30.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. It is an interesting matchup, though. I don't know if Washington State's good or I don't know. I feel like it's that travel thing.
Well, Ole Miss at the travel. Also, they have to play Georgia this week. They might have been looking ahead to that. So probably a combination of both. I still think Ole Miss is a very good team. So, but I like Virginia in this game, man. This game's in Virginia. Well, here it is. No, I don't have it up. Virginia is still undefeated in the ACC, atop the ACC standings. How about that? Who would have thought that we were going into Week 8 and Virginia would be undefeated in the ACC? This is amazing.
Yeah, and imagine telling us at the beginning of the year that that freaking Mike Gundy James Franklin, Brent Pry would all lose their jobs before freaking Tony Elliott.
I know, right? Yeah, and now they're about ready. They're about ready to build a statue. And look, I mean, I'm obviously being a little hyperbolical there, but you got to give credit to Virginia. And guess what else too? And this should be more scary for teams like Georgia Tech, who are still in the mix, not Clemson. They're not. Virginia appears to be getting better as the year goes on.
Yeah.
So they're a legit threat. I mean, we might see. I think Miami is definitely going to the ACC championship, but after that, you've got Georgia Tech, you've got Louisville, you got Virginia,
Duke.
I guess, and Duke.
Doesn't Louisville have a conference loss already?
They've got one.
They do. They lost to Virginia, and they're about to lose to Miami. I hate to tell you.
I think there's a very real possibility we see Virginia and Miami in the ACC title game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna need to stay undefeated, because that might be what it come down to. Now, I don't think that Virginia, will go undefeated. I don't know. They play Duke. They play Duke.
They play Duke. We'll That'll be a good one. I like Virginia in that one too, though.
And they play my Wake Forest Demon Deacons.
Oh, they'll beat Wake Forest. Come on, stop.
I don't know.
They'll beat Wake.
They couldn't beat NC State.
This is a team that's getting better, not worse. NC State's doing the opposite.
It's weird that they're playing a non-conference game at this point in the schedule, but
it is weird.
It is a non-conference game, so they could lose this and it wouldn't affect anything, which I think is important to note.
Yeah, but I still think they'll win it.
Yeah, I do too. I'm just.
There's their ACC hopes are still. This game doesn't affect that. So but.
It could be nice to have,
Virginia, every year we have this sort of Cinderella of the conference, a team that goes from terrible to respectable or even good or great in one off season. And Virginia's kind of the darling of the ACC right now.
Yeah.
So I'm rooting for him. I mean, obviously I love Tony Elliott. He's a tater man. So
they're one of the biggest surprises of the year in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way. So I'm taking Virginia to beat, and this game's in Virginia too. So it's a cross-country game for Washington State after a hard-fought game against Ole Miss. I think all the stars aligned for Virginia in this game. Yeah. Pitt at Syracuse. Your favorite coach in the ACC.
My two favorite coaches.
Exactly. Yeah. Which one do you hate more?
Man, right now, Fran Brown. But like I said, it does fluctuate because, if you would have asked me when I first started my channel, it would have been, Narduzzi all day because of the handshake thing, blah, 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 blah. And Talkus Pitt, I see him in the chat. He was my arch enemy when I first started my channel, but things have changed. We beat Pitt.
I think Pittsburgh steamrolls Syracuse.
Yeah, I do too. Syracuse is not the same without
Syracuse. Look, man, God bless them. They without Angeli, and that just shows you how much a dynamic quarterback really means to a football team.
Yeah, tickets as low as $15.
But this game's in the fart box. I don't know if that really matters. Pittsburgh, one of the hottest teams in the ACC right now. I don't really know that anybody would like to see them right now in the ACC. Syracuse is on. This is the quintessential one team moving way upwards in the conference, and the other team nosediving, and they're facing each other. Now, the most ACC thing ever would be for Syracuse to actually win this fucking game. I don't see that happening. I think Pittsburgh wins this and wins it convincingly.
Yeah. That's what I expect at least, but you never know with these freaking ACC teams.
You never know. You're right.
We picked Syracuse to go 5-7 in the offseason, which seemed harsh, but they're on track for that.
They're on track to.
They might not even hit.
They might not win 5 games.
Yeah.
But if they had Angeli, they would have. They would have at least made a bowl.
Of course, they would have. No, they would have been 7-8 wins. I think.
Yeah.
They were good, but.
It's just it was like popping a balloon when he got hurt. All the air came out of that program in offense. So
yeah, Fran Brown is a clown anyway. He was asked about his name being floated around in coaching searches, right? Which is like, hey man, you're doing a good job. Like, what do you think about your name being floated out there? Instead of a normal response like Brent Key, who says, I appreciate my name. That means you're doing something right. Blah 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 blah. Fran Brown says, I think it's disrespectful to ask me that right now. Fucking Fran clown kid.
He's always trying to find some reason to get mad about something.
I mean, you can. It's a compliment.
Yeah.
Like, take the compliment, dude. God
well, he also has
dang.
been sitting. He's also been sitting around all season saying, and he even said this when he got hired there. And I get it. You're emotional. It's your first major head coaching gig in the Power Four. You came, as a position coach from Georgia. I get all this. But he essentially said, I'm staying here as long as they'll have me. I'm not leaving. They took a chance on me. I'll stay here as long as they have me. But I don't. I think a lot of coaches say that in the moment when it's emotional. But if Penn State was to come to Fran Brown and offer him $11, $12 million a year, you better believe he'd be fucking out of serious.
Which, by the way, would also
on the first
be really
thing smoking.
Fran Brown would be a terrible hire for them too. I think.
Well, who knows?
Maybe not the worst you could do, but still, like, you're not. Fran Brown again is a coach that pulled the team a team out of a bad situation. Not a team, not a coach that is.
Yeah, but so was James Franklin. So that they.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're looking for something new. They're in a Mark Richt, Georgia situation right now. They're not looking to be rebuilt. They're looking to take another step forward.
Yeah.
There's no rebuilding to do at Penn State, which is what Fran Brown and Brent Key are hot names for. That's why they're, that's what they're.
I don't know. I don't know if you look at it that way or just look at who's a really good coach. And I think Fran Brown is a good coach, so I'm not taking that away from him.
I get it.
But his reaction to it is weird. I agree with you there.
For a buyout that big, it's just crazy to go with something that's more unproven, Yeah. Both Brent Key and Fran Brown have only been head coaches for a couple of years each. So it's like, I don't know. It's just crazy to do that. But I guess Georgia hired a coordinator who had never been a head coach. So I don't know.
Anyway, I'm taking Pitt here. Syracuse, I think, is kind of dead in the water here, and that's just how I feel about that. Florida State at Stanford. This is a late game. Comes on the same time as the late night shows on CBS, NBC, and ABC. Florida State at Stanford. So you've got the worst team. Well, one of the three worst teams in the ACC. Stanford, North Carolina, and Boston College are the three worst teams in the ACC. And Florida State, who is not one of the three worst teams in the ACC, but have played like it 3 weeks in a row. Yeah. And I don't know, man. You would think that Florida State would just go out there and put their foot on Stanford's neck. They've got so much more talent. They're just so much better. But I don't know, man. I need to see, is Florida State in give-up mode? Have they given up? Three heartbreaking losses in the ACC. They haven't won an ACC game since 2023. This isn't week 2, everybody. We're in week 8.
Yeah.
Florida State hasn't won an ACC game since 2023.
Well, they beat Cal last year, but the point still kind of stands. Cal's Cal and Stanford barely count as ACC games, but they technically do.
I don't know. I don't know.
This will be the answer. This will be the definitive answer. Like, have they given up or not? And if they win this game, then you can have a little hope as a Florida State fan that you can, make a bowl at least. I mean, hey, making a bowl is freaking acceptable. After a 2-10 season, I would think, or it's better than whatever else. We were talking about. I mean, the problem with Florida State is their schedule wound up being front loaded. I mean, you got Virginia, which is undefeated. You got Pittsburgh, who is actually pretty decent, and then you got Miami, who's clearly one of the best teams in the country. So.
Right, I get that. I get all that. So that's a good point. A point taken. But still, Talking Spit says Castellanos might not even play. I have not heard that.
I haven't either.
If he doesn't play, then
Now I don't know if their players have been opting out or quitting or whatever the case either.
see, that's my point. Again, I go back to what I said earlier in the show. If you have a team full of transfers and mercenaries and things go badly quick, they check out pretty quick.
Also,
that's the downside of building through the transfer portal.
Yeah, and there's something to be said for how dog shit Stanford is too. They're really bad.
Yeah, they are bad. Yeah, look, I'm picking Florida State to win this game. I'm not crazy. Okay, I'm picking Florida State to win this game, but I want to see Florida. You know what Florida State should go out there and do? They should go out there and beat them by fucking 40 points. That's what they should do.
That's what they need. Yeah,
that's what they need to do. That's what they should do, and that's what I'm looking for to see them do. But I'm not believing it until I see it. I need to see the mentality of the team.
We had this discussion in the offseason, like, how many games does it take to save Mike Norvell's job? And the Alabama win brought
I don't think it matters.
It bought him a lot, right? Because he, if he had lost that game, I don't know.
I don't think it matters how many games they win this year. I think the buyout is too much for Florida State.
Yeah.
So to me, it's more about Florida State saving their season and showing they're not going to give up, and that'll help them both in recruiting and in the transfer portal if they can finish the season respectably. There's still a lot of football left to be played. So the question is Florida State going to do what they did last year and just fall on their face and give up, or are they going to persevere and show that they're not giving up? I think that does mean a lot, both for Norvell and for the team it's going forward in the next season.
Yeah.
So Sid Irish says Norvell's gone. All right, well, are you going to pay? Are you going to pay the buyout? Who's paying the fucking buy? Who's paying $60 million to buy him out? That's what I want to know. I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing would surprise me in today's world, but I just don't. I don't. Every team is not Penn State. Every team is not willing to pay $50, $60, $70 million to buy out a coach.
I've been hearing bad things behind the scenes too about it, about Florida State, and like stuff going on there. So
yeah, so if they lost to Stanford, now hold on. If they lose to Stanford, there will be a lot of pressure. But pressure and actually who's ponying up the money are two different things. Yeah. I don't know that the athletic department is willing to put up their own money. If there's some sort of rich donor that wants to come out and say, "Hey, I'll cover half of it," that's a different story. But I don't know the situation with the boosters and the donors there.
Is this game the toilet bowl shitter of the week?
It is the Kale Hall toilet bowl shitter of the week, which is pretty sad. Florida State is sad,
at least.
Yeah.
The toilet bowl for this week.
Yeah. Boy, I almost feel bad for Florida State fans. They thought after 3 weeks they were about to win a national title. And here we are. Now we're talking about whether or not going to beat Stanford.
I tried to tell them, but they wouldn't listen.
We tried. We both tried to tell them. We both tried to tell them. We had, what did we have Florida State going, 6-6 or what, 5-7?
Yeah.
Told us we were crazy.
I'm trying to tell you about Wake, too.
Yeah, what?
But you won't listen.
Huh?
They're just going to have to keep winning for you to believe.
Oh, I don't believe so. No,
they're going to go on.
That sounds like a coping mechanism.
They're going to go on to beat Virginia and punch our ticket.
Yeah.
To the ACC title game.
That sounds like a coping mechanism.
That's what's going to happen.
All right.
Yep.
Well, there you guys have it. Well, we went through last week's games, this week's games. I think. And
we went through the drive-through of Taco Bell. How was it, by the way? Oh, it was great. I've never had a Crunchwrap Supreme before. That was good.
I told you.
Yeah.
I don't even. I'm with you though. I only eat Taco Bell like maybe once or twice a year.
Yeah.
And the menu is almost unrecognizable to me.
I know. I used to love their loaded grillers. Those were amazing. And they took them away, and it pissed me off, and I barely eat them.
Well, the best thing they ever had on their menu, but we're going back 25, 30 years now. When I was high school age, or whatever, 18, 19, 20, they had the dollar menu, they had 99-cent chili cheese burritos, and they were fucking amazing.
Oh, really?
And they haven't had those in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Chili cheese burrito with fire sauce? Come on, I can eat like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah. I don't know why they are obsessed with changing their menu. Like they change their menu so fast that the stores don't have enough time to keep up with it. The app today suggested me. I typed it. I clicked the search bar or whatever to look up something my wife wanted, and it was like, "Here's our number one searched item, the apple empanadas."
Hold on. Stop it. Stop. Everybody in the chat telling me that they brought back. They have what's called the Decades menu, and the chili cheese burrito is back.
Uh-oh.
Y'all don't tell me that. I might drive there right now. It's been 20. What was the Titanic? It's been 89 long years since they had the chili. But here's the problem. I doubt that they're as good as they were back whenever.
Not the same.
I bet they're not the same thing.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, the Mexican pizza was good too. Yeah.
They have that. They have that at
It must be on the Decades menu. They're saying there's some sort of throwback menu.
Here, I'm pulling it up. Yeah, chili cheese burrito. Here it is.
What?
Yeah.
This is the best news I've heard all year.
It's $3 now, though.
$3. They used to be 99 cents. I would get 5 of them.
A McChicken is like $5 now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, McDonald's.
It's ridiculous.
I don't even eat McDonald's anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Either.
But
McDonald's, every time I eat there, I'll eat it like once every 3 months, and I swear I'll never eat there again. Every time I do it, I'm like, that was awful. But I don't know. It's like this Taco Bell and the McDonald's is near my work is like convenient. So
taking the chili cheese burrito off the menu to begin with was a crime of humanity. It's like, that would be like taking the Big Mac off of McDonald's menu or the Whopper off of Burger King. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
So
I'm waiting on the return for the loaded grillers, but congrats on your chili cheese burrito. You need to go get one and let us know how it is next week.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one.
I might try it too. Now you got me curious.
I got the closest Taco Bell to me though is like a 15-minute drive, which is insane because there's a million Taco Bells in my area. I just happen to live in the one spot of all of Charleston where it's not right here by my house. So, but I drove right by one earlier today when I was running an errand. I wish I would have known that. I would have stopped in there.
Yeah. I only eat there out of convenience because it's like 5 minutes from my house, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
All right. Well, I'll give you a report. I'm eating one here in the next couple of days.
There's no doubt. Too. You got me curious now.
I might have to pull a jackpot and do a food review.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chili cheese burrito food review on the second channel. Yeah. All right, guys. That's going to do it to Sea Dog. We did it again, buddy.
Yeah.
Anything you got coming up?
A quiet show this week.
Quiet show, yes. But I like quiet.
Yeah. We didn't have our usual, but we did have an adventure to Taco Bell, so
yes,
that was fun. But yeah, as far as content, I am cooking. I am cooking stuff behind the scenes, so hopefully I'll be able to release some signature Sea Dog content here soon.
All right, good. That's what I wanted to hear.
It's my work. We just got off a huge job, so I might have more time, to work on. To maybe work on a video here.
Awesome. Perfect time of the year to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that.
All right. Well, since this show is on this channel, everybody make sure if you're not subscribed to Sea Dog, go do that. You should be already. But if you're not, make sure you make that happen sooner than later. All right, Sea Dog. We'll do it again next week, buddy.
All right, man. Have a good time. I'll see you.
All right. Love you. All right, so there we go, everybody. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I will be live again tomorrow on the second channel for the midday show at 11 a.m. And then tomorrow night on this channel at, what time do I do that show again? 10. It changes every week. 10 p.m. tomorrow night for the college football call-in show. Make sure you guys go check that out and more importantly, call in. All right, everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Tuesday.